Okay, so I hope um, I can get this across. I, I've looked at this orthodontist here, the OC Dental Center, in what is it, Santa Ana, California. And you can go to their Facebook page and you can look at the ads, right? And when you look at the ads, you can click on details. It tells you exactly where the lander goes. There's this video here of these two gals, and Dr. Kia is giving away 15 vouchers for $1,000 off. As I said in the other video, he's been doing that for a long time. So it's pretty clear that this is an always offer. So I signed up for this and I showed you this. And I got two text messages. I signed up on both pages. And, from that perspective, it's pretty obvious that it's automated. But nevertheless, the doctor's ethics are important. So I get this email here. And it says last day to get $1,000 off braces. So I guarantee right now, it's Saturday and it is the 29th of February that Dr. Kia is going to offer this next week and the day after the next week. So what he's doing here, he's actually lying. And for me, it's pretty clear that this is an automated email because it says before March 1st, 2020. And what this is in marketing, we call this urgency, right? I'm not sure how somebody can believe that this is the right way to go and attack patients. In addition to the HIPAA problems he has on here, that seems to be an ethical problem. Problem is, a lot of marketers say this works. I want to show you an example. This is of a marketer that I actually know, and of a doctor that is a good doctor as well. I'm going to pull this in. This is a $500 off voucher. This is actually, I'm going to tag Roxanne. This is a doctor that is marketed by somebody that I know, where I know that there is actually some ethics involved. And you see, you don't have to do it this way. You can give a coupon away, and you don't have to lie in your marketing. What you actually do is you can do things a little bit more subtle. You don't have to lie, even if urgency works. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that. So this is the ad, and it goes to a ClickFunnels page, as we have discussed before. And I showed before how I can make that page actually HIPAA compliant. There is a different way. First of all, the tool has to be HIPAA compliant. ClickFunnels is not. So you can't build medical pages on ClickFunnels, because as soon as you click this button here and you put your information in, the simple truth is, at that point, you're going to give the company that's behind this protected health information, and that's not HIPAA compliant. If you go to the bottom here and you look at these reviews, these are reposted reviews. There's special ways of how you have to treat this in order for it to be HIPAA compliant, and obviously their ethics are not the best. So what you have is very likely that this is a totally non-compliant page. But nevertheless, it's probably something that works, because they've been doing this since 2018 when we reviewed it. So let me show you how you can make this better and how you can actually go and turn this into something that's valid. And if you ask yourself, why would I want to continue to watch this? Well, I've created quite a few $1 million in revenue for cosmetic doctors. So I know what works, and I also know that urgency works, and I've had to go through all the processes of making stuff HIPAA compliant and also working with ethics. So the first thing, of course, what works is if you just have a timer on here. This is actually a good thing. You don't say what that is. You basically just say, we got 15 vouchers and here's a timer. So people ask themselves, so curiosity killed the cat. So let's do that. Let's make sure that we get our consult. And when the consult then comes in, this is the ClickFunnels page. This is the page that I have redesigned in a compliant tool. And it looks the same. I've just assumed that I actually follow what we teach in our HIPAA compliance for marketing classes and groups, that we have this stuff here compliant. So I'm just assuming that we've actually fixed that part of the doctor's practice. So you can see, the lander looks the same. When you click on this here, you can basically fill it out, request your $1,000 off braces, and then it goes to a thank you page. Now I want to show you what I did on the thank you page. I did on the thank you page. Well, the first thing is I've set this up so that it can run. So I'm just going to save this. This is actually a builder, works just like ClickFunnels. So I'm going to go out, look at my funnel here, and then after I fill it out, it goes to the thank you page. Now I've already set this up, and I showed you in the previous video that I set up marketing campaigns that actually improve the contact ratio. But let me show you the thank you page. This is something that you should do. Now, so the patient arrives after they opt in at a thank you page. You want to have another timer here. You want to have the offer that they can call, and somehow you also want to direct them to actually take you up on a consultation. And for that, what you do is you put a self-booking widget on here where they can book themselves. And as I showed you in the previous video, you can set up a campaign that's while they're hanging around here. Maybe you have a video on this page. You actually contact them with a call. So how does this look? So let's just save this, and let's just click on, I think I can click on preview here. And what you see is they come to this landing page, which right now is kind of funny looking. I was in there before. So they come to this landing page, and it's possible that that it's looking kind of funny right now for whatever reason. So, and then what they basically do is they go and they select a date, and on that date they can book themselves into that consultation, and they just fill it out and they request a free consultation. And you see here, I now have a new appointment set, and I actually, as I am the patient coordinator in this example, I get this message immediately. If that person is now added to the campaign, I also get a call immediately. And now I can actually, as a patient, give some notes, and I click submit, and then I can add it to my calendar so I don't forget it. Now, if I get a call during this process here, I likely also have a personal relationship and blah, blah, blah. I'm very likely to not miss this. How does this look on the patient coordinator side? So I have this funnel here, and then of course, I have me as my contact in here at this point, and I can look at this, and I see the source comes from an appointment here. And actually I can click on this, and you see here, I tried this, I played around with it. So I have 2 appointments right now. And you see here the little note that I put to the appointment, that's here. Now what I can do is I can add these people to a campaign that actually follows up with them so that they show up to the consultation. And I haven't added that campaign. I showed you the sales bridge the last time, where they immediately get a call when they get added. See, I have it in draft mode. I don't want to call myself right now, but basically when you publish it, it would be live, and it would be doing that. And what you can do is you can now create a campaign, and in one of the videos, I'm going to show you how to do that. And that campaign actually goes and ensures that people have enough reminders to show up for the appointment. Now, showing up for the appointment is the next step of actually making things happen. And the problem with this is that before, you always had to do it with duct tape, because there's a problem with HIPAA when it comes to the information that's in this system here. If I go to my contacts here, what's here? My name, my email address. If I had signed up with a doctor's office, that would need to be, the tool would need to be HIPAA compliant. Now, the nice thing is with compliantly is that it is HIPAA compliant. Now, that's something that is necessary, that needs to happen. You also have a way of actually managing the patients. I have an appointment set, so that patient would go to the back here. What I could also do is I could have an automation that would actually do that when the appointment is booked. I haven't set this up yet, but the system here is capable of doing all of that and doing all of it HIPAA compliant. So that's what I wanted to show you. What I would suggest to the OC Dental Center is when they have a thank you page, I would want to see that it is actually auto-booked, and I would want to see that not only do they hope that the patient calls, but they call the patient and make sure that the questions are answered. That way they reduce no-shows. And that would be best practice on a landing page. Now, I hope that helps. If you are interested in how this works, there's a link below, and you can actually see how you can get a hold of Compliantly. Okay, that's it for now.